One of our favorite sponsors is back with us, Sunset Lake CBD.
Yeah.
If you're looking for CBD that actually does what CBD is supposed to do, look no further than our friends over at Sunset Lake.
Let me break it down.
Break it down, Mel.
They're sustainably farmed, meaning they avoid pesticides and use sustainable farming practices to preserve the land for future generations. 1. 2, farm to table. They ship the CBD products straight from their door in Vermont directly to your door wherever you're at.
Oh, that's cool.
And third-party tested. They test everything with a third party to ensure quality, dosage, and safety.
You got to go over and check out sunsetlakecbd.com. They have so many products. Break it down for them, Apple.
Well, they've got some new stuff going on. Like they always had pre-rolls, but now they got really cool packaging for it. And you can get CBD pre-roll flights of all their flavors. You can get the heavy hitter flight that also throws in some of their Keef blunts. They have a new CBD recovery body lotion.
I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other?
The other one with arnica.
The extra strength muscle rub, 3,000 milligram with 5% lidocaine.
So look,
Oh, yeah,
if you're
lidocaine.
sore, this is the stuff you want to rub on your body to make those aches and pains go away. They even have CBD infused coffee, so you can have coffee without the little jitter that you get from caffeine, and you have it in the morning and you start your day off right. Your body feels lubricated. You're going to sleep good.
Yeah, and also they have, if you kind of forget to reorder, they've got subscriptions.
And they're giving the No Simple Road family 20% off.
20% off.
Put in the promo code NSR20 when you're checking out at sunsetlakecbd.com. You're going to get 20% off your entire order.
NSR20.
And don't forget those cute little gummy bears.
That's right. sunsetlakecbd.com. One of our favorite sponsors is back.
We're so excited to tell you a bit about today's sponsor, Music Masters Collective. They are a nonprofit organization that produces unique music events, providing opportunities for fans and artists to meet and collaborate in an inspired and creative atmosphere.
Music Masters Collective events give you the opportunity to learn from world-class musicians like Otil Burbridge, Steve Earle, Richard Thompson, former members of the band, the Milk Carton Kids, Nikki Glaspie, the Fab Four, and Sean Colvin, and so many more.
At an event like the Milk Carton Kids Sad Song Summer Camp happening this July, you can expect immersive classes, evenings of entertainment, excellent food, and a space for a lucky group of folks to learn, co-write, workshop, and perform with like-minded peers, all with the guidance of Kenneth Pattengale, Joey Ryan, and some of their favorite songwriters. This all-inclusive week in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York is guaranteed to be magical. Scholarships are available and spots are extremely limited, so visit www.sadsongsummercamp.com/simple to learn more. That's www.sadsongsummercamp.com/simple. Check it out.
Hey everyone, Chris Pandolfi from the infamous String Dusters here to let you know that my podcast, Inside the Musician's Brain, is back on the airwaves for Season 4, which means it's time once again to get deep with influential musicians from all across the musical landscape to really understand and translate the lessons of success, failure, inspiration, and hard work that are behind the music and the artists that we love. My guests this season include Rachel Price from Lake Street Dives, Sam Bush, Chris Wood, Chris Funk from The Decemberists, Lindsay Liu, MC Taylor from His Golden Messenger, and more. Check us out, and thanks for listening.
dwellers of fear. We've traveled this road before, so we may think, but it's a tad bit of strange similarities that feed an A equal A complex. The fears of your past do not equal the perplexities of the current road.
Hey now, No Simple Road family. How you guys doing out there? This is Aaron, hanging out on a Friday morning, coming to you all from the studio. Oh boy, there is a lot going on right now. I just wanted to reach out to all of you guys out there and just say that we're with you and we love you and that we're in it together, you guys. Oregon is going through a nightmare right now. When I have the window and curtains on the window open, and I'm looking outside, and the scene that I see before me is surreal. It is sepia tone. The sky is filled with smoke. You walk outside and it smells like fire, like a campfire. It's hard to breathe. Your eyes burn, nose is running. It's surreal. And I know that a lot of us already had everything crushing down on us. So I just wanted to pop in and let you know that I'm thinking about all of you and that Mel, Apple, and I really love you guys. Our hearts go out to the Abel family who had to evacuate their home down in Malala, and we're sending you guys love and good vibes. And if you need somewhere to go, you guys can always hit us up, and you know, there's always space for you in Casa de Chapladet. So I know that this is a scary time, and you know, the three of us had a conversation the other day about what would we do if an evacuation order came for us, and what stuff would we take and where would we go. And I was telling Mel, I was like, well, I know that Cody would take us in and that's a good feeling to know that there's people that have your back and that there's family out there that will take care of you if the chips are down. But it's just nuts, you guys. There's so much happening, and there was already a ton on everybody's shoulders, and now the entire West Coast is engulfed in flames. And you know, there's people losing their businesses and their homes, and everything they've ever loved and cared about is going up in flames and smoke. And I just really wanted to come on here and let all of you know that we see you, that we're with you, and we're praying for everybody through all of this. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the wedding that was supposed to happen this weekend that has been canceled due to the fires and everything that's going on. And there will be more information on that coming up soon. We'll let you guys know if it's going to be rescheduled and what's going on and all of that. And, you know, it's funny. I said this to Mel a couple of days ago when we found out that the thing was going to be postponed. I was like, you know, I know that it's just a silly concert. I know that it's just a musical event. It's not life-altering, you know, a huge thing. But this one was a gut punch, man. After a year of continual cancellations, disappointments, rescheduling, this was going to be the one thing that brought the family back together and gave us a chance to kind of cut loose and blow off some steam. This one cut in a different way than all the other things because of that. I don't know if it's cumulative or what, but man, oh man, it brought the vibe down around here in a big way. Again, our thoughts and prayers are with the people that own that venue down there. Last we heard, they didn't have any power, they didn't have any water, and it was raining ash. So yeah, not a good environment to go have a party in. And I don't think you could probably breathe down there too well. So yeah, man, more on that as we find out more when it's going to be rescheduled, when things will lighten up. The main reason that I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all today was just to offer a little bit of insight and encouragement in these really weird, surreal, that's the word that keeps coming up through all of this for me, is surreal. None of this seems real. Nobody was prepared for 2020. I was thinking back this morning as I was getting ready for work, like back on New Year's Eve in January, going to shows, February going to shows, hanging out with everybody, making plans for the summer. There was no inkling that any of this was going to come down. And then we got hit with a global pandemic and things got shut down, and our hearts were heavy and sad, and we were wondering about the future, and that hasn't changed. And then add on top of that a nutty fucking election that's going on, and riots and protests and disgusting acts of violence and all the shit that's happening out there. It's it's a lot to bear. And in the moment, if taken as a whole, that can be crushing for you and me. I know I felt it, Mel's felt it, Apple's felt it, and it's in the air. You know, I've said on the show over the past several months, we are all connected. Whether you believe it or not, it's just a fact of reality that human beings are energetic creations. We are frequency and vibration. And those frequencies and vibrations are connected, and they don't die and they don't disappear. And so in that connection and frequency and vibration, inside of all of that is a collective thought form. They call it the collective consciousness or the collective unconsciousness. And right now, that collective thought form that is out in the world is in a frequency of lack and fear and trepidation, uncertainty, and a million other negative words that I could use to describe it. And as conscious people that are, I'm doing air quotes right now, awake, it's incumbent on us to keep the vibe going and not succumb to the pressure of everything that's going on out there. I get it, man. I'm there with you, and I'm talking to myself right now as I'm talking to you guys. Like, it is incumbent upon us to raise the vibration. And if, like I was saying a second ago, if we take this thing as a whole, it's crushing. But I think in the midst of all this struggle that's happening right now, it's really important to remember that there is an end to it. It doesn't seem like it right now. Everything is so unclear and wishy-washy when you try and think forward. But there is an end to all of this. There is a time when we will all be together again. There is a time when there won't be smoke in the air and the West Coast is on fire. There will be a time when we will look back on this and remember who we were through it and how we dealt with it. And it's important that we can look back on this as a time when we rose to the occasion. And I'll tell you what, man, like I just said, I'm saying this for myself as much as for you guys. It is really difficult right now to get up in the morning and do all the stuff that I'm supposed to do. It just really is. There's so much on our minds. There's so much on my mind, and it is at times overwhelming and disheartening. And I just said to Mel the other day, I was like, I just feel sad. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Like, my heart hurts. It's heavy. And as I was trying to fall asleep last night. I was thinking about that and like, why and how can I make myself feel better? Because there's nothing coming from outside of me that's going to alleviate that feeling. And I can't buy anything to make it go away. I can't take a pill to make it go away. I've tried. I can't, immerse myself in distraction to make it go away. So what can I do? And I came to the conclusion that at least for me, man, like I just got to feel it. It's okay. It's okay right now to feel that heaviness in our hearts, and it's okay to feel sad. I don't know if that's like a thing that's been impressed on us from the world outside or society or parents or whatever the fuck, but like it's just like the men don't cry kind of thing. Like if you're feeling bad, you need to hurry up and get over it. Well, I mean, yeah, to a point. You don't want to do damage to yourself. But on the flip side of that, we are emotional beings. We have emotion for a reason. And as I said before, we are all connected. And I think a great portion of the people listening right now are empathetic beings. We feel the flow of energy around us. We feel what's going on. And so to try and deny that that is reality is lying to ourselves and not cool. So
what is a city without its music?
The legacy of the New York Philharmonic is incredible.
Nearly 2 centuries of history. That's a lot of music and a lot of stories.
I was sitting on stage for the very first time thinking, I can't quite believe this is happening.
Join me, Jamie Bernstein, as we explore the history of the New York Philharmonic. It's the NY Phil story made in New York, a podcast about a city, its people, and their orchestra. Listen wherever you get podcasts.
Just being in it is a huge step towards healing. Admitting that you feel like that is a huge deal. I remember when my dad passed away, and it was right, I can't remember if it was after Christmas or before, but either way, it was right at the holidays. And he passed away. It was sudden. It wasn't like this thing that was, looming. It was out of the blue. And it was shocking. And it was maybe in mid-January. We were at a show. We were at Mike Gordon at the Crystal Ballroom. And the show was just getting started, and I was just coming on to the sacrament that I took. And this thought came into my head like, hey, man, you're sad. You're grieving. And it was like this revelation to me at the time. This feeling washed over me of like relief, because my mind was working in all these hallways and doorways trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. Why did I feel like this? What is this thing that's happening? And then all of a sudden this illumination came over me, and it was like, oh, I'm grieving. I feel sad. And in that moment, I started to heal. I really did, man. Just the realization that, and putting a name to the feeling, gave me the wherewithal to move forward. And I know for me in this moment that we're all in right now, I've been trying to figure out what the deal is. Like, am I angry? Am I sad? Am I grieving? Am I frustrated? And I think it's a lot of all of those things, but at the bottom of all of it, it's a sadness, and it's okay. I was telling Melanie the other day, like, the thing when I told her, I was like, I'm just sad. Like, one of the things that really got me was, 4 years ago, or 4.5, we were living in Vegas, and I really, really needed to get out of there. Like, it wasn't healthy for me. It was a toxic environment for Aaron. And I decided that we were going to move our family. And that's a huge deal. We were going to move our family up to Portland. And there's this city where I can be myself. I feel at home. There's all these wonderful parks and places to go and camping, and it was just a different reality than we lived in down there. And I was telling her, I'm like, I'm sad that our city feels ruined. Like, the vibe is so thick and heavy and weird, and the shops that we used to like to go to, the little mom and pop stores, are boarded up or closed, and we don't know if they're coming back. And the face of the city looks different. It feels different than it did when we got here. And it's a trip to realize that life is happening all around you. And, you know, we have this idea that we're in control, and we're not, man. We are so not in control of what's going on. So having that realization and understanding the emotion and being able to put a name to the root of the issue is a huge step forward, you guys. It really is. And if we can accept that and come to terms with it, then we can finally start to move forward and start to heal. And that's where the beauty in all of this is. I've been asking myself a lot that lately, because life is balance. There is a flip side to everything. And when everything looks like shit, I'm asking myself, like, okay, where's the flip side? What's the silver lining in this thing? And I got to believe that that is going to come in the healing, in the personal strength that's going to come out of enduring and persevering through these times that we're in. And, you know, when you're in it, words can seem so hollow and seem like such a platitude. You know, oh, we're gonna find healing in our pain, and it can sound like such bullshit, but it's really true, man. And this is the moment. This is it. Like, it's really dark, literally and figuratively right now. And that's the time when the love light needs to shine the brightest. You know, we can't just be about singing along to the music. We have to be the thing that the music talks about. And this is it. This is where the fucking rubber meets the road, and we can shine. And so I don't know, man. I wanted to reach out to all of you and let you know that we're with you, that we're feeling it, and offer something in the middle of all of this, man. I can't express enough how much my heart bleeds for California, Oregon, Washington, Colorado, all these states that are emblazoned right now. And, you know, through that ash and through that fire, I gotta believe that the phoenix is going to rise from that. And as people that have manifestation capability, we need to keep good things in the forefront of our minds. You know, if we are consistently focused on what's going on and the fear end of things, then that is what's going to manifest out in the world around us. So I'm here to say that I'm doing my best, and I'm calling all of you to do your best to think about better things, imagine peace and happiness, and an end to this struggle that's happening right now and the darkness that's covering things. One way or another, this darkness has got to give, and we can be the impetus for the change. So I love you guys, man, and I hope that everybody that hears my voice right now is safe and healthy and happy. And if you guys need anything, you can reach out. There's a million ways you can get a hold of us, man. You can DM us on Instagram at No Simple Road. You can email us at info@nosimpleroad.com. If you just need to talk, hit us up. If you need something else, let us know, and we'll do our best to make it happen, man. You know, just an aside, last night Melanie was looking on, there's an app, I don't know if you guys know what it is, called Nextdoor. It's kind of like a little Facebook, but for your neighborhood. And somebody posted, hey, I'm taking donations for the families that have lost stuff. And you can come by my house and drop stuff off, and I'm going to take them and make sure they get where they need to go. And so we had some stuff laying around, and Mel and I loaded up her car and drove over there. And when we got there, this lady's garage was completely full of donations, and her driveway. The driveway had so much stuff in it you could barely walk, and she was just shot out of a cannon. She was like, you know, I see all this stuff happening, and I think to myself, you know, maybe I can do some good by making a post and saying that I'll go donate the stuff. And she was like, I couldn't believe it. As soon as I posted, all these people started showing up and dropping things off. So it's a big deal. One little act caused this huge ripple. And so we are in this together. There are people out there doing amazing, wonderful things. And we're here too, man. So I just wanted y'all to know that. I hope that you're safe and happy, and that today, wherever you are, the sun is shining. And remember that we will make it through this, man. We will. I love you guys. We'll see you soon with a new episode. Take care of each other.
No simple road. 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 No simple road.
Hey listeners, I want to tell you about the April-May 2023 issue of Relics magazine. Features a Dave Matthews Band cover story with additional articles and interviews with The National, Graham Nash, Wayne Shorter, ALO, Ivan Neville, our friend Eric Krasno and Stanton Moore, Marty Stewart, and much more. Check out the latest version of Relics and subscribe now at relics.com/DMB. Thanks, Relics.
Hey, this is Steve Choi, host of the Musicians Guild podcast, part of the Sound Talent Media Podcast Network. Within the four walls of the Musicians Guild, we'll be discussing the habits, idiosyncrasies, experiences, and general psychology of my friends and peers, all involved with music in various capacities. Listen and subscribe at soundtalentmedia.com.